Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tour de France 2021. It's episode number 9 in our races series. We're at London for the World Championships. I haven't been here yet. We just unlocked this one. And we're going to go for the win for the first time. So I'm really excited by that prospect. However, this is not the profile that I expected. With all of the ones we've seen previously, they were pretty spot on to what the overall should have been. Now, the distance is correct, 277K. I think that's spot on what we were supposed to have for this race, but this was a course that's anything but flat, and especially from my experiences in Zwift, there are some punchy hills along the way that really make this difficult. One place in particular is very much not flat. Now, none of it is super long, and maybe when we actually get out on course, it will not be pancake flat the way this one appears to be. Can a sprinter survive on a course like this? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They were expected to. But did a sprinter win this one? No, not at all. It was Mads Pedersen, and it was a small breakaway group of elite classic riders who had crazy stamina, but also were able to break away from quite some distance. Some of those guys from way far out, well before the end of the race, and others with the last 10 or 20K even, where they all came together in that final grouping. There was, I don't know, what was it, 6 guys left at the finish that were duking it out up a hill and then sprinting out the last, I don't know, 800 meters or something like that, post hill to the finish line. Very exciting, but certainly light undulation. Light, it wasn't very light, but over the course of 277, it's light. Anyway, let's get to it. Hopefully there is some undulation to this, because the rider that I'm going to be riding for today is a favorite. But how is he going to be a favorite under the circumstances of totally flat when he's not a pure sprinter? Alright, so we're going to kick things off here just from a nice front position, and then we're going to let things roll for quite a while. I don't expect anything that we have to do, but I've got a team around me that can do something, and they're saying flat, and this is very flat, where London is not flat like this. Really disappointing that they've done this. I mean, we are 0%. It is. It's flat as a pancake. Wow. Well, let's roll on for a while, and then I think once we get past the first feed zone, I want to use my team to make the race difficult, because Matthew van der Poel, who we ride as, has an incredible flat rating, a good sprint, and very good stamina. So he can hang on a lot longer than other riders can. We have a breakaway. That breakaway has a massive advantage right now of 10 minutes already, but we've got 230 kilometers to go. Ooh, Bernal among the 5 breakaway riders. Who do they have? 2 Colombians, so Martins. You got Bernal. Slow that down for a second. Sebastian Hanau, as in Sergio. He's got a brother, but it's not Sebastian, right? Anyway, Alex Howes, Mercado, Hanau doing most of the work, allowing Bernal to do very little. So you know who they're riding for with that one, but he's not a favorite on a track like this. But they're 15 minutes ahead. So that chase back's going to start here fairly soon. Roughly halfway through the race, the 5 riders have lapped the field. That's them, and they are a full lap ahead of us. This is ridiculous. But again and again, the announcers kept going, "Oh, you don't need to worry about them. Oh, you don't need to worry about them. They're not going to challenge. Oh, you don't need to worry about them. We don't need to chase." Well, anyway, I think we do. And I've put 3 riders on the front. Nobody else is committed to the cause. And even after putting 3 riders at 70%, that was starting to hold the gap but not bring it down. And we very much need to bring it down with some intensity if we're going to have any shot of actually catching these guys. So 3 riders on the front going 80%. That's a lot of riders getting used up, and I think I'm going to have to even add a 4th because those 3 guys are definitely feeling it a bit right now. It's going to put some hurt into the legs of the peloton, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to be hard. I wanted it to be difficult. But you can see we're not hurting the rest of us as we're already inside. Ouch. 90K to go. I'm not sure these 5 are going to get caught. This could just be a ridiculous day where we have to essentially reset and run the race again and kind of speed up right to the end, because I just don't think we're going to get the results we're hoping for here. But I've got 4 riders riding 80%. I mean, how much else can I do? We've got 0 support from the rest of the peloton whatsoever. And if I go 90%, those guys are going to be out of energy quite fast. We do have our $75K. It's down to 19 minutes. We've pulled back 5, but with 70K to go, we're just not pulling it back very fast. All right, well, our first attempt at this race as we enter the final 20 kilometers and cross the line. We're still massively behind. It's 16 minutes, and the front group has become totally disorganized. They attacked one another. They've gone free. You can see we're bringing back Now and House, but they're still like 12, 13 minutes ahead of us. So Bernal has won the World Championships. And meanwhile, I've got 7K to go. I'll do what I can here at the very, very end and get some sort of lead out from my team. So we're going to try to attack a little bit early, as we're not the pure sprinter here, but we're trying to do something in the sustainable sort of way. Okay, now it's the final 600 meters. Now we push on. Can we get across the line? It's going to be a top 10. It was second across the line for the sprint, but of course that was only for 7th place, as top 5 were the break. We're going to reset and try all over again. At least we do pick up some XP out of this. And my little plan there almost worked out the way I wanted it to, just not quite. And in the end, that was a full 14 minutes down. Pulled back 11, which is a pretty good effort. But the way that gap just kept going out and going out, listening to the commentators say that it's no problem, that it's no threat, it certainly felt like one, and rightfully so. I really shouldn't have listened to them and put guys on the front much earlier than I did. But now we know. We'll try again. Bernal with the win. We do get second in the sprint, but I'm going to have to figure out how to get first in the sprint next time. All right, so we try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, today, Bernal again in the break. He's joined by Gianni Moscan as the favorites up ahead. This time, though, we're getting involved in the chase much sooner. Anybody else willing to ride at a 50 pace, that opens the gap up very fast. I'm now pushing 60 with Dumoulin. So Dumoulin holding 60, that's keeping them a lot more in check. We have a 4-minute gap. We will up it to 70 at roughly the same point we did last time. But for now, this doing very little damage, but also keeping those guys from getting a 24-minute gap like they had in our previous attempt. As we've passed through the first feed zone, this time we've got a steady enough tempo set by Dumoulin that other teams have caught on. And it went from a 7-minute gap that was slowly opening up, is now back down to 5:45 already, because, well, there's cooperation in the pack. Just how I like it. Now, at some point here, though, I think maybe with 120 to go, I'm going to do similar to what I did last time, and I want to make it hard. I want to make life very hard in the peloton, because as we saw at the end, Vanderpool had a pretty easy time getting a good result last time. Not that we played it perfectly, but we crossed line second. And I think we could do something similar to that as we go under 120. Lap 10 of 16. Let's now add some guys to the mix. Langeveld, Hofland, Terpstra. But not 60. Let's up that tempo. Ooh, at this point, other teams are involved? Yeah? No, not quite. We're going a little too hard for their liking. Gap's down to 3.5 already, by the way. But those who don't have a good flat rating are definitely going to feel it. Up the tempo. 2.5 minute gap. It's going to come down faster and faster to those front guys. There you go. Nice, okay. Now I've learned how to do that. Those guys just use their gels. Stored some of their power. 1.5 minute gap, so that breakaway looking like it's not going to last. Alright, next phase of the plan with 50k to go. We're going to have Groenewegen do the protecting now, so I'm going to have 5 guys on the front. As they get low on energy, we'll have them use their gels. Okay, gel for Dumoulin. Okay, let's take a look at that. Breakaways down to 3 riders, and that's all 3 of them just in front of us. Now down to 2. Now down to 1. And the breakaway is done. I want this to continue to be hard. Flat out. Wondering if I should try to sprint with Groenewegen like I did last time and follow him. Oh, there's the attack. He's on my right hand side. I need to follow him as he goes. Oh, how are you following him that way? There you go. That didn't go according to plan. $5K to go. Okay, let's gel up, get that red bar back so we're ready for another attack. 3K. Squeezed out here on the corner, but 2.9. Right behind Hushovd. Yep, they've got a few legends here in the group. Gil Reinu 2.3. Van Avermaet going on the attack. 1.8K. $1.3K. Pushing past. And here we go. 1K to go, and I hit the front. Oh, no, 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 no. Get in his wheel, get in his wheel, get in his wheel. Come on, come on. I lunged. I don't know if I got it, though. That is so close. I don't know. I don't know where I finished. I don't know where I finished. I lunged at the end. I might have clipped him in the line. In a way, it's first or second. They faded right at the end. I lunged. I don't know if I got it. I don't know if I got it. Bennett, Ewan, and I went clear, the 2 pure sprinters, and then we were able to go right with them. And you could see we kind of outlasted them. They out-sprinted us in that final kilometer, and that's why they were a bike length and a half ahead of us. We covered a bike length and a half right at the end. They faded. They couldn't go for as hard and as long as we did. But we recovered a bike length and a half, which is what we needed. Sam Bennett inches in the photo finish, and then we get that half bike length over Ewan, and then 8 seconds over everybody else. So making life hard certainly helped. So close though. Not a win. Second place. And that's only going to come out as 20 points too. And that's why I've tended to go with not the favorite, but everybody else, because you only gain 20 points. We finished second place. It's a really good result. But when they expect a win, nothing less than a win is satisfactory. All right, folks. Well, we basically got second twice here today. Learning experience on that. Getting better, getting closer. We managed the second race so much better than the first, but the two fastmen were just a little bit faster. So maybe I should be one of them, because that thing is flat as a pancake. The distance really not mattering much at all. I mean, even Groenewegen was totally fine right there at the end, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe I need to be Bennett or Ewan to claim victory on this course. I think we probably would quite easily with either of them, because as great as Van der Poel is, as strong as he is, it's a sprint finish. He's not a pure sprinter. Anyway, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.